Okay, my dear students, I'm Laura Serrano, your tutor for the sessions today. I would like that Laura could show me your face. Turn on your camera, please. Just for a moment. Laura, do you hear me?
Yes, teacher, pero me pasa un problema y es que si activo la cámara, digamos que el internet se me pone un poco lento.
Okay, it's just for a moment. You can turn off then.
Pues espérame, intento un momento, a ver si no se
Try,
me va el
try
audio.
if you can't, it doesn't matter.
Ok, teacher. Give me a moment, please. A ver.
Maybe you cannot. I guess that Laura have problems with that. Okay, doesn't matter. I would like to explain you something about. It doesn't matter. Don't worry. I got your message. Um, you have the time. I'm so glad that you are here sharing time for practicing your language skills. So thank you for being here, for taking the time for testing your English. I want to explain you something about the methodology that we will apply in this class. The aim of this class is having a discussion about an interesting topic and improving your listening skills. And we're gonna start right now with a game. I need that you tell me if you can watch my screen. Do you see it now? My screen? Yeah?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, of course. There is Maria Jose on my screen. Okay, let's start. This is the first part. We're gonna check some lexis about the topic that we're gonna talk about today. So, Maria Jose, you can write it in the chat. I want to tell you something. If you don't get it, something about the information that I'm giving to you, si no entienden algo, you can tell me, hey, teacher, I don't get it. Y pueden hablar en español y me dicen y yo les explico y no se preocupen. The idea is to practice and you understand everything, okay? ¿Está bien, Laura?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, perfect. We're gonna start now. This is a game about astronomy vocabulary. These are flashcards. And we're gonna start with Laura. Laura, tell me, do you know what is the meaning of eclipse?
Eclipse? I know.
Yeah,
I guess. I
yeah,
guess.
but try to explain it in English.
Okay.
Try
Es,
it, try it, try it.
is when the moon and the sun get together, yeah,
Mhm, mhm.
and em, ¿cómo puedo decir? Digamos, juntarse como
Join.
and join,
Uh-huh.
and join. There's gonna
Okay,
be,
let's check. Let's check.
okay.
Eclipse, the partial or total blocking of one object in space by another. El bloqueo total o parcial de un objeto en el espacio por otro. Eso es lo que pasa en un eclipse, ¿ok?
Okay.
Tide. Do you know what is the meaning of tide?
No, teacher.
Do you know? Maria Jose, maybe let's check the chat. Do you know the meaning of tide? Okay, perfect. Let's check what is. Tide. The periodic rise and fall of the sea level under the gravitational pull of the moon. ¿Saben qué es rise? Rise es marea. El incremento periódico y caída del mar, del nivel del mar, bajo la fuerza gravitacional de la luna. Tide is marea. ¿Ok? This is easy. We're gonna pass that. Solar eclipse, yeah. We passed the eclipse, so we're gonna follow with the next one. No eclipse. Ellipse. Do you know the meaning of ellipse? Laura?
Ellipse, right?
Yeah, but try to explain in English.
Oof.
Try. This is about this exercise because we are used to look the words and try to find the meaning in Spanish. But if we want to improve our English knowledge, we must try to explain that word in English. But if you don't know, okay, that's okay.
I'm gonna try.
Okay, try. This is about trying.
Ellipse. Is when, no teacher, I have a little confusion between eclipse and
ellipse.
But no.
Okay. Maria Jose, maybe do you know what is the meaning of ellipse? Ellipse? Sorry? I can hear you a little bit, but I know, ellipse. Okay? Let's check. An elongate circle, that's an ellipse or oval shape. The shape of the planet's orbit. La forma de la órbita de los planetas es un círculo elongado o una forma oval. Okay, that's the meaning of ellipse. Okay, Laura?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, let's follow to the next. Terrestrial planets. What do you guess that is terrestrial planets? Laura?
Planetas terrestres, no sé, tal vez.
Okay, okay. María José? Okay, say me. Terrestrial planets. The 4 planets that have rocky surfaces. Los 4 planetas que tienen superficies rocosas. In our solar system. That's terrestrial planets. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
Gas giants.
Gaia.
What do you guess that is gas giants?
I don't have idea about that. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
María José? You don't see, maybe it's the connection? Maybe it's the connection because Laura, you are watching the screen clearly?
Yes, teacher.
Maybe it's the connection, María José. Okay, gas giants are planets made up mostly of substances that will be gases. Los planetas que son mayormente, que su conformación son mayormente hecha por gases. On Earth, como la Tierra, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. That are the planets that are gas giants. Okay? Let's check the last one. Solar wind. Maria Jose. Okay, Maria Jose is having problems. But Laura, tell me, what do you suppose that is solar wind?
Wind, no sé, wind lo asocio como viento.
Okay, okay, yes,
pero no
you're
sé si
right.
va hacia, no sé si va hacia allá, hacia ese mismo camino.
Okay, okay. That's a little bit tricky. When we are talking about a specialized vocabulary, the means maybe are different. Solar wind. Okay, a stream of electrically charged particles. Una nube. It's a kind of wind. Charged of particles given off from the sun. Son como las partículas o como esa nube que uno ve alrededor del sol, como toda la carga electromagnética, más o menos. Eso es. The solar wind. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
We're gonna stop with this exercise now, but is that you get used to look for the vocabulary that you don't know and try to find the meaning in English. That improves your knowledge because you start to think more in English. Okay?
Okay.
That's my advice for you. Let's start with the class of today. We're gonna have a student discussion through a listening activity. Let me check if Maria Jose is here. You're here. She's typing. Okay, okay. Answer me by the chat. I'll be trying to check what you are typing, okay? Okay, let's start. The listening activity is about two students comparing Mars and Earth to practice and improve your listening skills. So this is the preparation task, and this is a discrimination of words and phrases that are posted in the correct group. I have already done before, but I just want to know if you know the meaning of these expressions. There are words and phrases for talking about difference, like but, whereas, and while, and words and phrases for talking about things that are the same. Frases y palabras que hablan acerca de diferencia y frases y palabras que se usan para hablar de cosas que son lo mismo, ¿ok? In this chart, we see but, whereas, and while for difference, and to have in common, similar, both, and to share for talking about similar things, okay? I want to know if you know the meaning of these expressions.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, tell me, what is the meaning of but?
Pero.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maria Jose, what do you know about whereas? Whereas, I'm gonna write you here if you know this expression. I guess Maria Jose is having problems with her connection. Laura, do you know the meaning of whereas?
No, teacher.
No, do you know? Let's check the meaning of whereas.
Whereas, no.
Whereas. Whereas. Okay.
Mientras que.
While in contracts. Mientras que. Okay? For contrasting two things. Whereas. Okay? The expression while.
Mientras.
Okay? The expression to have in common.
Tener en, no sé, como que tienen en común, tal vez.
Okay, así es.
Maybe.
Okay, Maria Jose, tell me. Similar and both. What is the meaning? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Both. Okay. Both es ambos. Okay.
Sí.
To share. To share, Laura.
To share. No, teacher.
To share is a verb. It's a verb and it's about compartir.
Compartir. Okay.
To share. And when you are comparing things that talking about the same, you're watching my screen, don't you?
Yes, teacher.
Use together. Share is use together. Something that two things, two persons share. Use together. Okay? Compartir. Eso significa to share. Okay? Muy bien, María José. Okay, you knew it. Okay, let's follow to the main activity of this class. Please listen and pay attention to the conversation for solving the tasks 1 and 2, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, a student discussion. Listen to two students comparing Mars and Earth to practice and improve your listening skills. Okay, we have done the preparation tasks that were the comparative chart that we have developed before. So I'm gonna start with the listening, okay? Let me know if you listen my audio, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Okay.
This recording is from the British Council.
You are hearing my audio?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, Maria Jose, let's start with this. Pay attention, please.
So you've got a few minutes to discuss with your partner.
So, as far as I know, the main similarity between Mars and Earth is that they can both support human life.
Yeah, but do we know that's actually true? I mean, Mars is much colder than Earth, isn't it? It says here it's about minus 55 degrees most of the time, whereas on Earth, only places like Antarctica get that cold.
True. Well then, I suppose you could say both planets are a similar distance from the Sun.
No way! Mars is much further away. It says here it's about 228 million kilometers, while Earth is about 150 million.
Yes, but in space that's not that far. Jupiter is like almost 780 million kilometers. That's why we use astronomical units when we talk about distance in space. Earth is 1 astronomical unit from the Sun, and Mars is 1.3. The difference doesn't sound so big when you look at it that way.
I see what you mean. Jupiter is 5.2 astronomical units, so I guess you're right. What other similarities are there between the two planets?
Let's see. Not the colour, obviously.
Yeah, Earth is called the blue planet, and Mars is called the red planet for pretty obvious reasons.
Their sizes are pretty different. Mars is about half the size of Earth.
What about this? It looks like the days on both planets are almost the same length. Earth's day is 24 hours, but Mars's is about half an hour longer.
You're right. Okay. Any other things they both share?
I suppose you could say they have water in common.
Could you? How?
Well, Earth is 70% water, and Mars probably had huge oceans in the past. It's just that most of the water there now is probably frozen.
Ah, I see. I don't think we can say the air is the same, though. Most of Earth's air is nitrogen and oxygen. But Mars...
Mars doesn't really have air, not compared with Earth. It's got about 1% as much air as Earth.
Right, and it's mostly carbon dioxide.
Gravity is another difference. I didn't know this, but Mars has higher gravity than the Moon. But it's much less than on Earth, of course.
Oh, yes. It says that Mars has about 38% of Earth's gravity.
Okay, let's see what you've found.
This recording is from the British Council.
Okay, my dear students, I had my microphone off. Do you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, sorry for that. I want to know if you want to listen to the audio again or if you are ready to doing the taxes.
I think one more time, please.
Okay. Okay, one more time. Let's do it again.
This recording is from the British Council.
So you've got a few minutes to discuss with your partner.
So, as far as I know, the main similarity between Mars and Earth is that they can both support human life.
Yeah, but do we know that's actually true? I mean, Mars is much colder than Earth, isn't it? It says here it's about minus 55 degrees most of the time, whereas on Earth, only places like Antarctica get that cold.
True. Well then, I suppose you could say both planets are a similar distance from the Sun.
No way! Mars is much further away. It says here it's about 228 million kilometers, while Earth is about 150 million.
Yes, but in space that's not that far. Jupiter is like almost 780 million kilometers. That's why we use astronomical units when we talk about distance in space. Earth is 1 astronomical unit from the Sun, and Mars is 1.3. The difference doesn't sound so big when you look at it that way.
I see what you mean. Jupiter is 5.2 astronomical units, so I guess you're right. What other similarities are there between the two planets?
Let's see. Not the colour, obviously.
Yeah, Earth is called the blue planet, and Mars is called the red planet for pretty obvious reasons.
Their sizes are pretty different. Mars is about half the size of Earth.
What about this? It looks like the days on both planets are almost the same length. Earth's day is 24 hours, but Mars's is about half an hour longer.
You're right. Okay. Any other things they both share?
I suppose you could say they have water in common.
Could you? How?
Well, Earth is 70% water, and Mars probably had huge oceans in the past. It's just that most of the water there now is probably frozen.
Ah, I see. I don't think we can say the air is the same, though. Most of Earth's air is nitrogen and oxygen. But Mars...
Mars doesn't really have air, not compared with Earth. It's got about 1% as much air as Earth.
Right, and it's mostly carbon dioxide.
Gravity is another difference. I didn't know this, but Mars has higher gravity than the Moon. But it's much less than on Earth, of course.
Oh, yes. It says that Mars has about 38% of Earth's gravity.
Okay, let's see what you've found.
This
My dears, let's start with the taxes, okay? I guess you are ready now.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna give you turns for solving the tax, okay?
Okay.
Okay. This exercise is about put the characters in the correct group, okay? We have Earth here and Mars here. So, I want to ask to Maria Jose, this characteristic has a longer day, belongs to Earth or Mars? Has a longer day, belongs to Earth or Mars? Mars. Maria Jose. Mars, okay. Okay, Laura, the next one. Is 50% smaller, Earth or Mars?
I think 50% smaller, más pequeño,
Yep.
Mars.
Mars. Okay. Maria Jose. Has a stronger gravity, Earth or Mars? Earth. Okay. Stronger gravity. Let's follow. Laura is closer to the sun.
Mars.
Maria Jose is colder. Mars. Okay. Has more nitrogen and oxygen than carbon dioxide. Laura.
Tiene más nitrógeno y oxígeno que dióxido de carbono.
Ajá.
Earth, obviously.
Earth. Okay. Okay, Maria Jose. Use it to have water. Earth. Okay. Okay. Has more air.
Earth. Earth?
Earth, Laura?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's check your answers, my dears. You got 2 mistakes. You did pretty well. 6 out of 8. Okay. You got 2 mistakes about the expression use it to have water. And the expression is closer to the sun. We're going to check that in the transcript. So don't worry about that. You did it great. You did it awesome, actually. Okay. Let's follow to the next exercise. Task 2 is about filling blank spaces, okay?
Okay.
Let's start with Laura. Please, the number 1. Most people think Mars can What of these words fits in that sentence?
Most people think Mars can support, I guess.
Okay, support. Okay, Maria Jose, the second one. Astronomical units. We measure distance in space using astronomical units. Okay, the third one. Laura.
The two planets aren't the same color.
Okay, perfect. The same color. Maria Jose, the next one, the number 4. Most of the water on Mars is probably frozen. Okay. Frozen. Let it go. Okay.
Yes.
5. The air on Earth is mostly made up of, Laura?
Gravity.
The air on Earth is mostly made of, okay, let's check, gravity. Laura, tell me the number 6. Space on Mars is just over 1/3 as strong as on Earth.
Nitrogen, ¿cómo se pronuncia, teacher?
Nitrogen. Nitrogen.
Nitrogen.
Nitrogen.
Nitrogen.
You got the answer, Maria Jose? Okay, you think that the word that fits here is gravity and the word that fits here is nitrogen? Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna do the change and we're gonna check who of you got the reason.
Teacher, what is the meaning of made up,
Made
Yeah.
up, hecho de, conformado de.
Hecho de, vale.
Conformado de. Okay, let's check our answers. Okay, 100%. I guess Maria Jose was right.
Thank you, Maria Jose.
The expression, the earth on earth is mostly made up. El aire en la tierra es mayormente conformado por nitrógeno. And the expression gravity on Mars is just over 1/3. Es solo la tercera parte de lo fuerte que es en la tierra. So sometimes, if we cannot get the meaning of the word, si no tenemos el significado de la palabra, si no entendemos el significado de la palabra, sometimes the context
Yes.
give you clues about that.
Yes.
So this is important because the context is really important for guessing meaning. And so much of the language of the language words that we acquired, we start with guessing the meaning. And then in that context it fits. A veces uno empieza así, suponiendo, de acuerdo a lo que está alrededor, uno dice, esto puede funcionar, esto puede significar. You know that in English, the words are very polysemic. Las palabras en inglés son muy polisémicas, mucho. Significado depende muchísimo del contexto. Okay, now we're gonna check the transcript for knowing what type of information we lost in the listening exercise, okay?
Okay.
Vamos a revisar la transcripción. para ver qué tipo de, qué tipo de información se perdió en el ejercicio. En el primer ejercicio hubo un errorcito ahí. Y vamos a mirar, let's check some vocabulary that you don't know in the transcript. You can tell me. And we're gonna listen to the audio again with the transcript, okay?
Okay.
Recording is from the British Council. To find more activities to practice your English, visit the British Council.
Okay. So you've got a few minutes to discuss with your partner.
So, as far as I know, the main similarity between Mars and Earth is that they can both support human life.
Yeah, but do we know that's actually true? I mean, Mars is much colder than Earth, isn't it? It says here it's about minus 55 degrees most of the time, whereas on Earth, only places like Antarctica get that cold.
True. Well then, I suppose you could say both planets are a similar distance from the Sun.
No way! Mars is much further away. It says here it's about 228 million kilometers, while Earth is about 150 million.
Yes, but in space that's not that far. Jupiter is like almost 780 million kilometers. That's why we use astronomical units when we talk about distance in space. Earth is 1 astronomical unit from the Sun, and Mars is 1.3. The difference doesn't sound so big when you look at it that way.
I see what you mean. Jupiter is 5.2 astronomical units, so I guess you're right. What other similarities are there between the two planets?
Let's see. Not the colour, obviously.
Yeah, Earth is called the blue planet, and Mars is called the red planet for pretty obvious reasons.
Their sizes are pretty different. Mars is about half the size of Earth.
What about this? It looks like the days on both planets are almost the same length. Earth's day is 24 hours, but Mars's is about half an hour longer.
You're right. Okay. Any other things they both share?
I suppose you could say they have water in common.
Could you? How?
Well, Earth is 70% water, and Mars probably had huge oceans in the past. It's just that most of the water there now is probably frozen.
Ah, I see. I don't think we can say the air is the same, though. Most of Earth's air is nitrogen and oxygen. But Mars
doesn't really have air, not compared with Earth. It's got about 1% as much air as Earth.
Right, and it's mostly carbon dioxide.
Gravity is another difference. I didn't know this, but Mars has higher gravity than the Moon. But it's much less than on Earth, of course.
Oh, yes. It says Mars has about 38% of Earth's gravity.
Okay. Let's see what you've found.
Okay.
This recording is from the British Council. To find more...
Now, what you got the transcript, what do you think? Do you start all the meanings? You got all the information? Please, Laura, tell me.
Yes, yes.
How is it going? You understand everything, okay? Okay, this is a good exercise. For you improving your listening skills, you first try to listen audios like this one, or watching movies, or listening to music, and trying to solve in your mind what are the words that fits in the context, okay? And then maybe it's so useful. I do that. I put the subtitles, pongo los subtítulos, the subtitles of the movies in English,
Yeah.
and the subtitles of the series in English.
Yeah.
That's a quite extraordinary exercise, because you learn expressions too. There are a lot of expressions of the English slang that you know just doing that exercise.
Yeah.
And that improve your speaking.
And more vocabulary.
Yeah, Yeah, you know more about context, your expression, you know expressions, and sometimes it works in the American English. Sometimes they put the words together, they try to join the words, and sometimes it's a little bit tricky to find out. When you
Yes.
have the subtitles, you okay, that's the expression, and you get the information. Okay? Let's move to the next part of the exercise. You got all the information? Do you know all the vocabulary in the transcription?
Mm, creo que había visto una, pero no la encuentro. Una palabrita por ahí.
What could be?
Mm, further, much further.
Further, más lejos. Further, further is the superlative of far. Es el superlativo de lejos. Further es mucho más lejos.
Yeah.
Further. ¿Ya? Okay, María José, you? Do you have questions? Okay, perfect, María José. Okay, let's move to the next part of the class. I present to you this list of connector words. The connector words are words that serve us to connect phrases, connect ideas, and they are very useful for our productive skills. Son muy útiles para, sobre todo, las competencias que tienen que ver, las competencias productoras del lenguaje. Our speaking and our writing. It gives sense to what you are explaining, okay? There's connector words for making emphasis, as you watch in the chart, for making emphasis, like especially, also, in particular, furthermore, for making comparisons, for making contrast, like the ones that I showed you in the first chart, for comparing, for making difference, or for talking about same things, for addition, for including information, and for illustration. I showed you this before because we're gonna follow to the discussion of our topic, okay? It is important that you take into account this type of connector words because sometimes we talk or we write just joining sentences, and these words helps to improve the understanding of your speaking, of your writing. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, my viewers, let's follow to the discussion. Okay, I'm gonna start with Maria Jose. Do you think people will live on Mars one day? Yes. How do you imagine that it could be possible? Okay, because it's similar to Earth. I don't receive the message. Okay. Okay, can be a possibility in the future. Okay. Okay. I think that it could be possible too. But I think also that we are far from that. Okay, Laura, tell me, do you think people will live on Mars one day?
Yes,
Yes, tell me, how do you imagine that it could be possible?
it could be possible with the help of the technology. Maybe.
Okay, and
Maybe.
now you're not afraid about extraterrestrial beings? Do you believe in the existence of extraterrestrial beings?
No, I don't believe because if there are not proofs of that, I don't believe.
Okay. Until you don't see, you don't believe.
Yeah.
Okay, Maria, do you believe in the existence of extraterrestrial beings? Yes, the universe is so big and we are so small. It's impossible. We are the only ones here. I agree with that. I have to tell you that my husband thinks the same as you. He's a kind of obsessed with that topic. Okay, thank you. Laura, tell me, would you like to live on another planet if it is possible and why?
No,
No?
because the Earth planet have all the necessary to survive, and
Oh,
we need to protect. Yes, to protect the animals, everything. I think.
I agree with you. I think that we have to focus on this planet and on in
Yeah,
another ones
yeah, yeah.
to taking care what we want now, what we have now.
And it would be weird to
It
live
could be
in a
rare, no, don't you think? It could be, I don't know, strange,
strange.
and and I will feel afraid in another planet maybe because the reality that we know is this one.
Yeah.
That type of changes are scary. Okay, Maria Jose, tell me, would you like to live in another planet if it's possible and why? And how different could be life on Mars from the Earth? Tell me something about it. Yes. Do you think that we have to adapt? We have to adapt our lifestyle to another planet. Okay. But I think that Laura have a good point because it is, I don't know what we win, what we win if we look for life in other planets if we don't take care of our planet, don't you think?
Yes.
I think that this could be the aim of the humanity to take care of what we got.
Take care, yeah. Yeah. It's
Yes.
a bad situation.
It's bad, it's sad, it's a shame what we do with our planet.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I am not watching the answer from our partner. Okay, my dears. This is the end of our conversation for today. I guess this is okay. She is typing. Okay, don't worry. Don't worry about that. Ah, okay, I got it. Don't mind, don't mind. This is a type of meeting, informal. Don't get worried about that. This is about practicing and improving your language skills. You are so smart. You are so commitment. I really thank you for being here. This is the last part of our activity. I'm so glad to meet you here. If you want to have this encounter with me again, I'm gonna have the same schedule all the weeks. So if you want to sign in the next encounter, you have to fill up the part of for my schedule, Laura Serrano. If you want to, come back here with me.
Okay,
Okay?
teacher. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay. I really appreciate your time, okay?
Okay.
You did it great. Keep practicing, keep dedicating time for learning. This is an unstoppable task. Learning is about practicing and keeping motivated and keeping in the right path as you are doing, okay?
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
Thank you, my dears. Have a nice weekend.
Profe, pero una pregunta, ¿eso significa que en cada semana los grupos de Skype, sea que digamos yo elija otro tutor, van a ir cambiando en un caso
Cambian.
hipotético?
Porque hay unos tutores que cambian los horarios. Yo no los voy a cambiar. Mis horarios de weekly sessions, que son las prácticas de listening y speaking, que son estas sesiones, las voy a tener todos los viernes. Y los sábados voy a tener sesiones de gramática, ¿ok? En el horario de 4 a 6 de la tarde y las de speaking son de 3 a 5 de la tarde los viernes, ¿ok? Entonces, si quieren estar conmigo de nuevo en el próximo encuentro, cuando les manden el enlace para asignarse, vuelven y se inscriben conmigo, porque es que hay muchos tutores que tienen horarios que se mueven. Entonces, todas las semanas cambian el horario en el que dictan sus clases, ¿ok? Pero yo no lo voy a hacer, siempre voy a estar en el mismo horario, ¿vale?
Vale, profe, creo
Sí
que
que
me
sí.
inscribí contigo para la próxima semana de 3 a 4, según lo anoté.
Ok, perfecto.
Sí.
It's awesome. Okay. I really appreciate your time. I hope that you have enjoyed the class. So I hope that you rest this weekend and you share with your family and you study too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, my dears. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Maria Jose. Thanks for being here. Bye.